They get close.
That's good. That's good.
Thumbs up.
That's good. Thumbs up. Thumbs up.
Right.
Oh, hi, Eric. How you doing tonight?
Hey, John, how's it going?
Oh, actually, I'm feeling a little under the weather, but I almost
Yeah.
texted you earlier tonight, and I'm like, hey, Matt, why don't we record tomorrow? And then I was like, I'm not sure that I'm still on the downhill slope of this, and maybe tonight's better than tomorrow. So
Yeah.
I just don't know. So I figured if I'm okay. I'm okay,
All
I
right.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I should have worn a mask on my flight last Friday is I think what I should
Yeah.
have done because
The tin can.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I literally was in the very back of the plane, like the last row of the plane,
Mm.
right across from the bathrooms, in the so yeah, and they say
Okay.
the air is fresher, at the front of the plane.
Got to keep those first class folks happy.
I'm whatever the opposite of the first class folks are. but
Steerage.
but I complain, and I guess if I really did catch this there, I should really complain. But I think I had like the only maybe empty middle seat right next to me. So, because the only worst seat in the entire plane is probably the rear row
Middle.
middle seat, which
Yeah.
was not taken. So anyway,
All
hey,
right.
small favors.
Yeah.
So how about you? How you doing?
I'm good. I was trying to think of what I did this past weekend because my wife was away at a retreat for most of the weekend, so I had lots of me time, and I was like, I read a lot of books,
That's good.
amongst other things I should have ignored, but I did that, and I think I mentioned we have a treadmill now, and my wife likes to watch shows
Mm-hmm.
while she's running on the treadmill, walking on the treadmill, and on her iPad. And there's no place for it. So I 3D printed some nice little hangers
Ooh.
off so that she can mount her little iPad at eye level and watch her shows while she walks her walks.
Oh, wait, wait,
So
wait, wait. Hangers hang from the ceiling? What's it
sorry.
attached to?
So the treadmill we got has a TV monitor,
Oh, okay.
but it's not her iPad, and I wish there was a video in on it because then she could just run her iPad and get the bigger
Sure.
view. But of course it doesn't. It's
And it
got
doesn't support uh, screen sharing.
right, yeah. So it's a nice big screen for showing your workout and your stats and what you're
And you
doing.
hang a small iPad in front of it.
And on the top of it, I just kind of 3D printed these custom clips to kind of clip on the top of the monitor there so that she could mount her iPad and watch her show with her AirPods. And then she still can see the screen for, how many laps and time and all that stuff that the screen's there for. That was
Okay. So the screen's still showing useful info. It's not
yes,
like
the screen
it's
is
not
still
like you're
showing.
watching a
No,
video or something
it's
like
not
that. Or
right. It's not hung in front of the iPad. Is not hung in front of the video. It's mounted on top of the screen.
I see.
So,
But that's
which,
cool.
Yeah, she likes
That's what 3D printers are for.
to solve random problems.
The problems of one.
Yes, yeah.
That's cool.
I can 3D print solve problems. That's really all I use my 3D printer for is to, hey, I wish there was X. I'm like, I could probably 3D print something to do what you're looking for.
Exactly.
And that's, anyways, a lot of fun
That's cool.
for me.
That's cool.
So how was your weekend?
My weekend was okay. My weekend was good. Saturday was we actually my wife and I went out to the coast and met some friends of ours that we really haven't spent much time with over the last. It's sad to say, but a couple of decades. But we've known from a very, very, very long time. And so anyway, so Saturday was a great time visiting and we were out at the coast, so of course we had to have pizza and found they pointed out a restaurant that was awesome, a pizza place that really enjoyed. So that was great. And then Sunday, yeah, my wife was busy all day Sunday, so I think I did a lot of nothing Sunday morning. Like literally, I think I even like took a 2-hour nap. And then I woke up like before lunch and I was like, I really got to go get something done. So I did install the gate that I needed to install. So like a 4-foot gate, a human gate.
Okay.
And then I also installed a automatic chicken door in the 2B chicken house.
Well, we already have established that this is a luxury apartment for chickens. And so I need you to explain what an automatic chicken door, because in my mind, I've got the Star Trek, whoosh, whoosh. I'm doing the hand motions that no one can see. You know, the whoosh, the doors open when the person walks up. Is that chickens walk up and it just kind of like walking into the grocery store?
Picture a very small roll up like garage door, like literally rolls up.
Okay. So
but it's
not
but
fast.
It's about 8 inches wide and about 12 inches tall, and it has a little solar panel to charge it and a light sensor.
Okay.
So that it closes when it's dark or after X times that it's dark, and it opens when it gets light. So basically, because chickens are very much creatures of habit, and they go and they roost at night, and so they will go inside and roost. And then the door will close.
So chickens are left outside. Like I've seen the movie Chicken Run. You remember the movie Chicken Run? Like the chickens were trying to escape in the middle of the night. So that's not chicken behavior.
I feel that no, that is not chicken behavior. Well, I mean, unless maybe a predator gets into the chicken house, but that's what doors are for, is so that nothing can get into the chicken house.
But you're not worried that a chicken will be out too late and then won't make it in?
Well,
you're pretty sure. I guess this is TBD.
That's the chicken will learn the next night, and or the chicken will not be a chicken anymore. It will be lunch, or perhaps a midnight snack.
That's brutal. I'm gonna have to see this chicken garage door.
Okay, I mean it's literally small. It's like I could send you a picture, but it's like I said, 8 inches.
I could Amazon
8 inches by 12 inches. It's not very big, but it does. It has a little roll up on the top. Well, the one I did a roll up on the top. Although I will say that, we're in software. Everybody's all, we're always like, oh, what's the minimum? We need this feature. We need this feature. We need this feature. Okay.
What feature comes with the chicken door?
Well, so this was not the most expensive, but it also wasn't the cheapest, right? You know me, I'm like middle of the road, not the smallest, but so this came with a solar panel, like I said, because I don't want to have to try and charge it or figure that out. And it came with a camera, and it has Wi-Fi.
Of course it does.
So of course it does. And you know that this is the most secure Wi-Fi ever. So I'm not sure that I would put it on my network in the first place. But in the manual, it says something to the effect of, this only supports local Wi-Fi. It does not support attaching to Wi-Fi networks. So you can go and connect your phone to the Wi-Fi.
So you can connect your phone to it
if you want to see the camera.
But I got it. Okay.
But
right.
What's the point of having a camera if you have to walk out and connect your phone to the Wi-Fi to see the camera?
How close do you have to be to connect to? I mean, Wi-Fi has pretty good range, and I would expect maybe someone with a yard smaller than yours, or have their chicken coop closer to the house, maybe they could out the back door eyeball. I don't know.
If you have to get that close, you could use a mirror.
There's a solve for this. A Wi-Fi repeater.
But again, the device has Wi-Fi, but can't connect to Wi-Fi networks. I'm just saying, like, on the list of possible features where it was, should we let this
It's
be
more
able
secure
to
that way.
Like I said, I'm not sure I would put it on. Like, I feel like when I read the instructions for what app to go download from the App Store, like I feel like we talked about this app at some point in the past. Like, it's one of those things. But
okay, that's I will be curious to see how the chickens and the chicken door work out.
Well, that's what a automatic chicken door is, and you know, I don't think it's going to be done. Is it going to be done this weekend?
So the chickens can't get out on their own unless the door opens.
That is very correct.
So, okay.
But that's okay.
Gotcha.
In fact, in order to associate the chicken house with where they roost and where they nest and lay eggs and stuff like that, we will, because we're gonna pair sort of introducing chickens to the chicken house with going and buying a few. There's a word for them, but my brain isn't working.
Chickens?
Teenage chickens.
Teenage chicken. Oh, wait, I know this word. Well, I guess I'm not as much a farmer as I thought I used to be.
But you know that there is a word for it.
I know there is a word for teenage chickens.
Yes. Anyway, pullets. Pullets?
Pullets, yes,
anyway,
thank you.
I just had to not think about it or give up. So, anyway, we're going to introduce a few. I think we're going to probably try and get like half a dozen or something like that. And just we'll lock them in for like 2 days. They'll have food, they'll have water, but they will learn that is a safe place, and then we will let them out, and they will go back in to roost there.
They have a light switch, disco ball, chandelier. They'll be fine inside. It's not going to be pitch black.
I think we do need to make sure that it would probably be bad to do at a time when it was really hot, but we don't have to worry about that at this time of year.
Not now.
So,
no.
And then, come spring, the chickens will no longer be teenagers, and they can make us some more eggs. So
nice.
I'm only barely like keeping up with, I should say, I had to buy eggs like a couple of weeks ago, and like that's a travesty, But we're literally down to 2 chickens left, and only one of them lays. So, anyway, coming on to wintertime. Anyway, that's too much about chickens. But there you go.
Yeah.
I had a follow-up.
Okay.
I saw the link, and I was like, wait a second. I feel like we talked about that. And we did in January on the episode 318, Cloudy with a Chance of Cell Phones, which must have been when the Alaska flight had the door blow off it on top over Portland. The SEC Gov Twitter account was a victim of a SIM swap attack. Mm-hmm. And so this past week, they charged a Alabama man with being part of the, quote, criminal group that aimed to profit by publicizing the fake decision to drive a spike in the value of Bitcoin and then sell large amounts of the currency they had acquired at a much lower price. So it was the reason I thought this was, I guess, funny, but also remember, nothing you do on the internet is private. He made Google searches such as SEC Gov hack, Telegram SIM swap. How can I know for sure if I'm being investigated by the FBI? And, quote, what are the signs that you are under investigation by law enforcement or the FBI, even if you have not been contacted by them? I feel like
what is that called? OPSEC? OPSEC fail?
Yeah.
Okay. Well done.
So
it's
that right there was why I was like, oh, come on, we have to at least mention this. But
okay.
There was a thing in there about he went and bought a iPhone from the Apple Store. Well, he got he got a new SIM from the I think it was AT&T. I don't think I pulled it into here. And then took the SIM down to the Apple Store, bought a new iPhone, did the SIM swap just so that he could get the two-factor authentication code sent to the new phone to log into the account, which must mean that they had the password, and then returned the phone. So anyway, it's just like, I don't think that's what people mean when they say a burner phone. So anyway, it was that's my follow-up. That was
okay.
And I also had a little chuckle again about the cloudy with the chance of cell phones.
Yeah, that's a well done title. Quality episode title there.
There you go.
Well done.
And poor Boeing has had a heck of a year.
Yeah.
All right.
How
about a topic?
So mine is from Risky Business, the podcast, but I just liked this one from the title alone. It's the EU throws a hand grenade on software liability.
Okay.
So I'll just kind of read here. The EU and the US are taking very different approaches to the introduction of liability for software products. While the US kicks the can down the road, the EU is rolling a hand grenade down the road to see what happens. So,
okay.
Generally, software industry is protected from liability for defects or issues, and this kind of results in a systemic, I'm reading the quote here, systemic underinvestment in product security.
I would concur with systemic underinvestment.
In product security, authorities believe that by making software companies liable for damages when they peddle crapware, those companies will be motivated to improve product security.
Interesting.
The U.S., it says the Biden strategy, and I think we've even talked about this before. We've talked about the legislation. The Biden strategy suggests that new legislation should define standards for secure development as well as preventing companies from fully absolving themselves from liability. By contrast,
because they'll volunteer for liability.
I don't know what that means.
That doesn't. Yeah, I know we have talked about the standards for sure.
I read that as they put in their terms of service. You use the software, you absolve us of any liability to you. But whatever. Anyways, by contrast, the EU has chosen a set of very stringent standards for product liability and apply them to people rather than companies, and are going to let the lawyers sort it all out.
Wait, what does that mean?
So what that means, earlier this month, the EU Council issued a directive updating the EU's product liability law to treat software in the same way they do any other product.
Okay.
A car, a stroller, any other product that you acquire. And under this law, consumers can claim compensation for damages caused by defective products without having to prove that the vendor was negligent or irresponsible.
Interesting.
So, in addition to personal injury or property damages, for software products, damages may be awarded for the loss or destruction of data.
Ooh.
So, if you're using a photo app and it deletes all your photos, you can sue for damages. That's me making that up. That's not what it says here. That's me kind of thinking of of a potential idea, right? So that would be one thing. So rather than define a minimum software development standard, the directive instead sets what is regarded, they say, as the highest bar, what we regard, the Risky Biz author, as the highest possible bar. Software makers can avoid liability if they prove a defect was not discoverable given the objective state of scientific and technical knowledge at the time the product was put on the market.
Sure.
Which that sounds lawyer
operating
for
system things maybe.
Yeah.
And
yeah, you followed best practices for blah 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 blah. It was secure, it was whatever. Although the directive is severe on software makers, the scope is narrow. It applies only to people, not companies. So companies can't sue for damages, but individuals can. And damages for professional use.
But wait. Companies are people.
Only in the U.S., not the EU. So
that was
I know,
super sarcastic if that didn't come through, obviously. Anyway.
Damages for professional use are explicitly excluded. So if I'm a professional photographer and it deletes all my stuff, I
should know better because I'm a pro.
I don't know. Yeah. So there is still scope for collective claims such as class actions, however. So the directive isn't law itself yet, but it sets the legislative direction for EU member states, and they have 2 years to implement its provisions. The directive commits the European Commission to publicly collating court judgments based on the directive, so it will be easy to see how cases are proceeding. And major software vendors used by the world's most important enterprises and governments are publishing comically vulnerable code without fear of any blowback whatsoever. So yes, the status quo needs to change. Whether it needs a hand grenade lobbed at it is an open question, and we'll have our answer soon. So I just thought that was a great article.
That will be fun to see what happens. The article I got, I wasn't sure whether to do this. I thought this could be like fun, but it also has a little bit of security in it too. Mm-hmm. But Redbox, DVDs.
Yeah. I used to use those all the time.
Yep.
Local grocery store,
pharmacy, bankrupt. I don't know if you noticed that not many people use DVDs these days, seemingly.
Nope.
Evidently, in the bankruptcy, they left hundreds of thousands of these machines sitting around outside various places. And there's a complaint by, I think it was Walgreens, that they were paying $180,000 a month in electricity across their locations for
machines that were not doing anything.
To which part of you would say, switch them off?
Unplug them? I don't know. I feel like you have some say in,
right? What was that about? A professional responsibility in the previous thing? Maybe. But so evidently this is an article on 404 Media, but the code has been dumped online, and they evidently.
So it wasn't just Android or something. Was it a custom? Does it say? Was it like a custom OS?
I didn't. I didn't actually see, at least in this article, and I haven't looked myself. I assume it was a Linux derivative of some sort. What else would it be?
Probably.
I guess maybe it could be a RTOS of some sort, but Wind River or something like that. But of course, people made it play Doom.
Of course, that's the first thing you do.
That's the first thing anybody would do, right? That's actually the quote here. A community of tinkers and reverse engineers are probing the operating system to learn how it works. Naturally, one of the first things people did was make one of the machines run Doom.
Classic.
Absolutely. So, evidently, it says, as has been detailed in several great articles elsewhere, the end of Redbox has been a swear word, with pharmacies, grocery stores, and other retailers stuck with very large, heavy, abandoned kiosks. To many people's surprise, many of the kiosks remain operational even with the bankruptcy of Redbox's parent company, which has led some people to liberate DVDs from the abandoned kiosks. And there was another quote later about lots of DVDs being sold on Craigslist at the moment or Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
But why would you go and rent permanently free DVDs if you could go rent a permanently free Redbox kiosk?
Set it upside, yeah.
Well, so there's people that are like, oh, it's got turntable inside, the ability,
right.
CD management. There's lots of fun stuff for a tinkerer.
Yeah.
Not to mention just the I don't know, what do you want with a big? I guess you could turn it into a game console. I don't know what all you do with it, but there's a Reddit uh, community. I'm sorry, no, Discord community called Redbox Tinkering. That whose suggestion is just ask the store manager if you can have it, so you can go driving for a Redbox. There's a comment in here about a person who was. He says one day I was while driving around, I noticed that the Redbox at my local CVS had disappeared. So I went to all the CVS locations in my area until I found one that still had it. Then I waited. The contractors showed up, and I was able to make a deal with them to purchase one of the machines.
Nice.
Anyway, the Redbox Tinkering group is saying that, hey, just ask a store manager if you can have it. They'll mostly tell you to take it, but just don't take it without asking. Yeah, that'd probably be called stealing. But so that's kind of the, I guess, fun portion of this. Like here's a big hunk of custom hardware that, how many millions of dollars was spent, manufacturing all these things. But what happens when you have a large hunk of hardware that is no longer being supported, that has things like hard drives
in them? Oh no.
Yes. So it said that it's so the on the soft, on the computer that's inside there that runs it, at least for a few of these. So here's a thread from Reverse Engineer on Mastodon saying that the Redbox machines contain a file that has a complete list of titles ever rented, the email addresses of the people who rented them, where and when, and the first 6 and last 4 digits of credit card information was logged.
Oh no.
And that those logs were maybe never rolled. They went back to 2015, which I don't remember when Redboxes first started showing up. I'll be honest.
Sounds about that time.
Yeah. So
maybe earlier.
Anyway, like I said, this could be something fun. Also a little bit of IoT-ish. Also a little bit of data security is.
Yeah.
All right. There you go. That was my topic. I thought that was kind of a good one. So.
All right. So my something fun.
All right. Something fun.
My something fun is total shameless plug for a friend of ours we used to work with.
Okay. Yes.
He has started a company, has built a game, and has launched a Kickstarter. I love the company name. The company name is Boosted Reality. And so it's a augmented reality game. So it's a tabletop game with characters you move. We'll post a link to the Kickstarter so you can go see what it's all about. But you use your phone to then select things on the game board and move things around, and so it kind of uses the augmented reality. And the thing I think of is, the original Star Wars. They're in the Millennium Falcon, exactly, and Chewie and C-3PO are playing that game. That's kind of what I think of when I'm looking at this. So you've got real game pieces, but then you can augment them with your phone to see some additional stuff and do moves. And anyway, so it looks like a really cool idea. So anyways, they have posted this game on Kickstarter. Let's see. I was just going to check to see where they're at with their goal. So they're trying to raise $20,000, and it's been up for 2 days so far, and they're already over halfway.
That's awesome.
So if this is something up your alley, maybe go check out the game and back an interesting idea in tabletop games.
And it's called Rift Zone Contact.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
And
it's a fast-paced miniature war game. Visualize your tabletop conflicts like never before with augmented reality. I probably should have started
with the name of the game.
You're
not a pitch person, but that's fine.
No,
Neither am I.
I'm not in PR.
No.
No one will ever mistake me.
But it's the cool. I'm curious to see how this will work, because the notion is that each of the little miniatures has a RFID tag, and when you use the augmented reality, it knows where they are in space, and it will do all the battling for you. So you're not rolling dice or anything like that. It's doing that.
Right.
And presumably with multiple of you with your own phones across the table, you can kind of each see the damage and get told what to do and, based on the results. But you're still...
Yeah.
Anyway, I think it's clever concept. And of course I backed it. And, when it comes, it'll be fun to check it out.
Yeah. We'll have to, because I did as well. I mean... it looked unique, and I'm a sucker for something unique.
Clever.
Yeah.
So,
alrighty,
yep,
that's my something fun.
My fingers are crossed for them.
Total shameless plug.
They're gonna totally make it. They're already halfway there.
Yeah, and only 2 days. They got 28 days left, so looks good.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, good luck. Okay, my something fun is something way different. Back to space though, and the Hubble still kicking. Hubble, this is image and actually a little what do you say, a stop frame animation, I guess, from NASA about a binary star system. So it says new images from Hubble Space Telescope demonstrate how a withered star remnant is only mostly dead. There we go. Obligatory joke from the reason why we're called mostly security. That is until a bloated nearby star reanimates it a la Frankenstein. Frankenstein was the doctor. The legendary observatory has monitored a double star system about 700 light years away from Earth from more than 30 years, capturing how it dims and brightens over time as a result of strong pulses from the primary star. Let's see. It says the binary composed of a white dwarf and a red giant star has a caustic relationship, releasing tangled streams of glowing gas into the cosmos like an erratic lawn sprinkler. And it's just like an 11-second loop. Not even 11 seconds. It loops like several times in 11 seconds on the video that they've got, that because they only do like one frame a year from 2014 through 2023. So they've got like 8 frames, something like that. But it's still kind of cool to think of like this. You've got this stellar phenomenon and you can do like a stop motion on it. Astronomers have dubbed this toxic pair a stellar volcano for how it sprays streams of glowing gas some 248 billion miles into space. That's 24 times farther than the diameter of our solar system. And what else are they going to say? The elderly white... the elderly red giant is bloated and dying, while a white dwarf, which is the shriveled core of a dead medium-sized star, orbiting each other. And the big star, the red giant, is over 400 times larger than the sun. And it says it varies dramatically in brightness over a 400-day period. At its peak, the red giant is 5,000 times brighter than the sun. And when the white dwarf gets close to the red giant on a 44-year orbit, the dead star steals stellar material away with gravity, causing hydrogen gas to heap onto its cool surface. And that process makes the corpse rise from the dead, so to speak, warming up and eventually igniting like a bomb. You've kind of got this white dwarf. I guess they're probably circling each other. It's not like one's orbiting,
right?
But getting close enough to kind of, I'm picturing it taking a whole bunch of the sort of stellar matter along the outside, so it kind of makes it look like it's alive for a little bit longer or for a little while. And anyway, check out the little mini animation of the photos from the last 10 years.
Yeah, I did. It looks pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I don't know if I like stellar volcano or erratic lawn sprinkler as an analogy.
I like erratic lawn sprinkler. That looks like a good title to me.
Anyway, there you go.
All right.
Pretty cool.
Good stuff, John.
All right, my friend. Have a great night.
Yep. I will talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.